Alrighty, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Paid in Passion. And not only is this another episode, but this is the beginning of season 2.
Ooh.
Fireworks. Today we have another friend of mine, Cheyenne.
Hello.
Could you tell us the passion that is paying you right now?
My passion, or passions rather, that's paying me is my lip care line called Cheysthetics. And then I also have a media entrepreneurship business that I'm doing. So it's called Cheymedia.
Okay.
So those are my two passions that are paying me.
That's great. So I see you have your lip care, which is what category is that necessarily?
Skincare.
Skincare.
Yes, cosmetics, skincare.
And then you have your media.
Yes.
So how did you get into skincare? We'll start with your skincare line.
So I kind of grew up with normal skin. I didn't really have problematic skin, didn't really have like acne or anything like that growing up. And I feel like what really kicked it off was when I started working at Sephora in college. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like amazing. And that really made me go crazy. Like when we get gratis, you would get a lot of gifts and stuff. I was just like, oh my gosh. What got me to really dive into deep more so like my skincare too would be when I had got adult acne through not college, COVID.
Okay.
And that really messed up my skin. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do. And that's when I had to like really study. Because before I was kind of just like trying stuff out. But now it's like, okay, I really need to find things to cater to like my problems. And, you know, everybody has different skin. So that always just drew my interest. Now, how I got into lip care, I feel like I have nice lips. That's just point blank. I feel like I have nice lips. It's one of my biggest features, most prominent features on my face. As an African American woman, excuse me. I don't want to say I'm African. African American woman.
It's in the roots.
Oh, I mean, yeah, technically. That's one of my biggest features. And a lot of my friends have bigger lips because I have a lot of Black friends. And that's one of the first things I look at when I look at somebody is their mouth and their teeth. But I have a lot of friends that don't do more than just like chapstick or lip gloss. And so people always ask me, what do you use or what to use? And I always put them, like, especially when I was at Sephora, I was always putting on people to like different lip cares. I'm like, I could be making my own money. So yeah, that's kind of where that started. Like the whole idea really started when I was like looking for jobs when COVID really hit and people were starting to get laid off back in 2020.
Okay.
I answered like 30 questions at once.
I mean, yeah.
That's like how it really started.
Okay. Now that's good though. You saw something that you liked. Well, you had an interest in it. You worked somewhere. You're like, why not? Why don't I just make my own version of this?
Basically, yeah.
And,
like, I'm putting y'all on. I could be putting myself on. Essentially, yeah.
So, what's your X factor with your lip care brand? Because I know, to me, of course, it's different between women and guys, right? So with guys, or I'm not gonna say with me, because you know everybody's different now. Everything kind of looks like the same thing to me.
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
I know like the basic stuff, like, you know, you have your lip scrub, you have your chapstick for guys, and then for women, you know, lip gloss and all that stuff. But essentially, everything is the same to me, unless it's like different colors or Black owned, or I don't know. So what do you say? What do you say your X factor is? Or
so I feel like being Black owned and women owned only gives you so much of an edge nowadays, because like I feel like everybody's an entrepreneur, especially in Atlanta.
Right.
But I use minimal ingredients, natural ingredients, and I make all my products. And I feel like there's not too many lines that focus strictly on lips. Like that's all I really am trying to focus on right now. Like I really don't want to do anything else. I really just want to focus on like the benefit and the health of lip care, like your lips, and how lip care really is important. People need to implement that into their skincare, because people forget that lips are skin as well. Super sensitive. So it's like, oh, I can just use Carmex, like that. But Carmex is actually terrible.
Yeah, I hate Carmex.
Carmex is actually like one of the worst products for your lips. But I just try to like promote lip care and make people more aware that please don't neglect your lips.
Yeah.
Please.
So when doing this, or when you decided to focus on lip care, did you like do research on the skin layers on the lips and how to do that?
I did a lot of research, and I also tried with like the knowledge I have and the budget I have right now. I try to do what I could with what I have. Like I don't. There's a lot of products you can use that like have chemicals and stuff in that. Of course, that's like down the line. I probably need a scientist and all that.
Right.
But I try to stick with like the basic things I can like make at home, and people are gonna be like, "What you got in there? Or what's that? And what's that word?" And I'm just like, I don't know, but y'all know what shea butter is, cocoa butter is, like peppermint oil,
or do we?
Like sunflower oil. Don't do that. Like stuff like that. So
that makes with these videos. There's probably someone saying, "Okay, I want to start my own skincare brand, right?" And they're trying to figure out how once they create what they wanted, how are you able to now market your brand?
Okay.
Or get some users, actually get it off.
Get users. So what also helped what helped me was I have friends that were super supportive, and I know sometimes people start with no support or no like foundation at all. So I basically had like test dummies.
Right.
And I was just like, can y'all try these products and let me know what you think. I also try and use my product.
Let me know if your lips start burning.
Right. Like, please tell me, do you break out? Like, I have friends with sensitive skin and sensitive lips. Like, please let me know, like, how you like these products, honest reviews. And I have very blunt friends. So they're going to let me know, like, if they really like it or not. That's also very important. Yeah. So just in regards to marketing, I would try like to do a small little focus group. People willing to give you feedback, honest feedback. That's like pre-marketing though. So that's like not really the question, but that's what I did.
But that helps though.
It does help. But don't be afraid to just try things, because I remember when I run my own social, like I do a lot of things by myself. I do have a lot of people that help me. But in regards to like my graphics and stuff, it took me a long time to figure out the tone that I was trying to go with. So there's a lot of times I'll post stuff and I'll look at my feed and be like, I actually don't like that. And I'll delete it. But who gonna tell me something about it? Like, I'm a small little business. It's not like I got 30 million people looking at my stuff like the Kardashians and whatnot. So I have room for error, I feel like. So I just post whatever, see what people like. And I also found on this page, and it was basically like why your content isn't doing well. And it was like basically because nobody's just gonna like pictures of your content. Like, you have to stay relevant, you have to be informational, like tell people why your product is different, like what are the ingredients in your products, like fun facts, like stuff like that. More engaging, interactive content is super important too.
And I think obviously when I do these interviews, it's not just for other people, but it's also like I take all information for myself too. So like even as far as like my own branding too, and it comes into like I guess actually being intentional, because I knew what to do, I just didn't do it. But like I definitely wanted to do like more like engaging things with my followers, I'm starting something else now too, like outside of just having interviews. Like I'm actually trying to like vlog my behind the scenes stuff. So like just seeing like the whole process, just doing other things outside of your product or service to keep your audience engaged and to bring just bring more people to your product or service. So I like that. I agree. So when you created your brand and you started to market it, what were your initial thoughts?
Initially, Cheysthetics was not supposed to be like for men and women. Like it kind of just started out. It was gonna be one of those like cosmetic lines. Like I was gonna sell lashes and lip gloss, because like lash and gloss goes a long way. Like a natural face. Like I was gonna do that, but after sitting on it, that's when I kind of like just curated the idea of like, okay, I need to focus on lip care, but I also want everybody to buy my products.
Right.
Like at the time while I started to like kick this off again, I was talking to somebody who like really, really, really was into like lip balm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dang, like guys really do use chapstick a
Yeah.
lot. Like that's something I know that y'all always have in y'all's pockets. I'm like, that's an easy product to sell. So I was like, let me make some chapstick.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just been a whole process. Yeah.
No, and
a whole process. But you have to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
That's what's made it fun. Like it don't feel like a job.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the thing too, like especially like when it's with, you know, working with your passion, it doesn't seem like it's a job. It seems like it's something that's fun.
Because I've had like, I'm very creative and artsy, so there's like a lot of things that I know how to do, but if it feels forced, I'm not gonna do it. Like right. I remember when I was in high school and I used to do like everybody's promposals. And it was so fun. Like people would pay me to do like help them with their promposals. And then I would do like all of our t-shirts for like whatever sport I was in. My mom was like, you should really do. I'm like, Mom, I actually hate doing this. Yeah. So I stopped doing it. Meanwhile, my mom kept trying to promote it. I'm like, Mom, stop. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. And there was one point I was like, oh, I can do hair. Like easy, quick, easy. Because one of my best friends always has me help her with her hair. I don't mind. It's something fun. It took me one time to do somebody else's faux locks. I said, I'm not doing this. I'm not telling people I'm doing hair. Like, it's just, yeah. So as long as it doesn't seem forced, very natural, like, I love doing this. Like, yeah.
I think that's how you really figure out your passion. Yeah. Because a lot of people do have troubles finding their passions. When I was teaching, a lot of my students were like, yeah, I don't know what passion is. And even when I didn't know my passion till I started doing this, really. Like, I always knew the things that I was good at and not good at, especially like when it came to academics. But like academics wasn't something that I necessarily liked to do. Like I was just good at it. Yeah. But and then even when I thought about other things, I was like, okay, so what is my passion? I know I do a lot of stuff, but what do I like to do for fun, or like what do I like to do like on the side? But I would like to get paid for it, but if I don't get paid for it, it's still fine. Yeah. So like, you know, I was always that person that, you know, I could talk to anybody, network, do all that type of stuff. So this is something that
this is a great avenue for you. Like,
and I can't wait to start getting paid for this, because that's when, you know, life's gonna be great.
No, for real. You have to speak into existence. Yeah. I am gonna get paid. I am gonna get paid.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Okay. I started talking about myself, then I forgot what I was going to say. Okay.
No, you're fine.
So how is the brand now?
Which one?
Cheysthetics. Your Cheysthetics.
That's so sad. My friends even still mess that up.
Because it's like you have Cheysthetics, but your media page is
Cheymedia. What is my name? Cheyenne. Okay. Everything's named after me. Okay. Everything's named after me.
This is no judgment zone. All right, cool. So with Cheysthetics, you're about a couple months. You're a few months in, like 4.
Yes.
So how has that process? What have you learned from it? And you know, what's your goals moving forward?
Okay, so what I've learned is make a schedule and stick to it. Oh my gosh. I postponed the launch date a few times, but it took the last time I was like, okay, I'm done launching it, because it was really supposed to launch on my birthday. And it's actually very crazy because I am a planner. Like I have an agenda. I've had an agenda since they first gave us one in school. But I think the imposter syndrome just was beating me so bad. I kept pushing it back to the point where like I paid almost $200-300 extra and like expedited shipping for a lot of the things that I needed. And if I would have just ordered things on time, that wouldn't have happened. But plan, set a budget. I feel like that's what I've learned most. There's a lot of things I'm still figuring out with, like, I use Shopify, so trying to figure out Shopify, just do your research. Yeah. On like anything. and be open and willing to learn, I think you're never going to be a successful entrepreneur if you don't like to learn.
Yeah.
And I think I love learning, and I love learning about like things that interest me. So yeah, I don't know. I honestly, it's like something new I learn every day. Like I waited till the last minute to order something that I was running out of, but I knew I needed to order 2 weeks ago, and I'm just like, now. I got QR codes. The QR codes don't even work.
I found like a little trick about QR codes. Like you really got to find a QR code that actually lasts.
Yes, because they last temporarily. Right. So the QR code, I don't even want to tell people. So everybody gonna start scanning the QR code. So it don't work.
No, because that was one thing I was doing.
No, like I had got a free QR code. It was working for a while. I looked, and it's a whole fake number on it. I said, when did this happen? I was just like, what in the world? And I told my friend who made the code, I said, why is it showing up a number and not the website anymore? She was like, girl, for real. So I was just like, just stuff like that is so aggravating, but it's like, whatever.
I think with QR codes, well, based off my research, because I was trying to do QR codes for like a long time. Like I literally probably made like 10 different ones. But the one that lasted was my link tree. The link tree.
I got a link tree.
Yeah, and they made QR codes.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Because I have a link tree. Yeah. That just pissed me off. Okay, go ahead.
But that's if you need a QR code, use Linktree, or else you'll try to pay $50 for a month of a QR code that you need forever.
Charge me.
That you need forever.
And I think I might do it.
Yeah.
I bought 500 cards. Like I think I and not one of them works.
Do your research.
Yeah, for sure.
Do your research. Okay. So we're about to transition over to Cheymedia. Could you tell us about Cheymedia, the beginnings?
So Cheymedia basically started 3 years ago. That Cheymedia and Cheysthetics started the same year, like the idea started the same year, but I actually kicked off Cheymedia like 2020. And I think my anniversary for Cheymedia is coming up at the end of this month.
Oh, okay.
Ironically. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. 3 years. So Cheymedia came about basically because I went to school for journalism and we just learned some of everything. So I know how to do some of everything. I know how to create video. I know how to edit. I know how to shoot. I know how to model. I know how to do like everything. I know how to write. Doesn't matter. I just know how to do everything. Media. Yeah, everything media, tech. Oh, hold on. Let me not say tech. Let me.
You know how to code.
Right. No, I don't know how to code. But everything surrounding media, like I'm pretty proficient in. So, yeah. I was just like, it just makes sense instead of doing like something just strictly photography based to kind of just do everything all under the same like umbrella. Right. So yeah, that's how it started because I'm a jack of all trades and I was like, why not just do Cheymedia?
I'm trying to, because I know what Cheymedia is, but I'm trying to help the audience understand
what it is.
It's basically and what you do for them.
It's basically like a media hub. So if you need help, like photography, you can book me for photography. If you want video editing, I do not offer video services because I do know how to do video, but I'd rather recommend you to a professional videographer. Video editing, social media, that's actually my career path or my career field right now. Social media, marketing. Like if you need assistance in those services or in those fields, like I'll help you. You can book me and we can talk about it. So yeah, like I do weddings. I do like corporate events. Yeah, so I just really do just some of everything. I used to manage influencers like YouTube, like help her video edit. So just really like anything media involved. Like if you need help and you want to like outsource and be like, I don't know how to do this. I need to find somebody, like I'm the go-to.
Okay.
Essentially.
What has been one of your favorite projects?
My favorite project was probably something that I did with one of my friends, Michelle. I believe it was for her birthday, but it was like a sneaker shoot because Michelle's a sneakerhead. That was so fun.
It was nice.
And those pictures came out really well. I also enjoy weddings. Weddings are so fun.
So when you do weddings, okay, so you're the person who edits the videos, or you're the person who anything really?
Weddings, I get contracted through somebody else. So like I work with Drayton. So Drayton contracts me or will book me whatever to be his photographer, his B photographer. Or like if somebody wants to book Drayton, but Drayton's budget is too high, he'll like recommend me. Or if it's a project that he isn't available for, like he'll recommend me.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
And good thing the audience know who Drayton is. And if you don't know, go back to episode 1. Yeah. Wow. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear the weights, but they're going crazy right now.
They're struggling.
Okay, so this is way off topic. But I feel like people don't understand the life of being a media person at a wedding.
At a wedding?
Yeah, so like, can we give people some etiquette for their photographers, videographers?
Okay, yeah. So I am usually a B photographer at weddings. So, and a lot of people will request female photographers. So I
didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people do request female photographers.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they just think they have the eye for it. So like, if Drayton has the bride and her party, I'll go with the groom and the groomsmen. Get pictures of them getting ready. Detail shots are very important, like fixing the bow ties and the rings. Like the groom, they'll usually have like nice shoes, socks, like bow ties, like cologne, jewelry, whatever. Like taking detail shots like that. Just close shots. Reactions, getting them interacting like together.
Right.
Let's see. We go as a team, so we always make sure like we're getting different angles. So like if Drayton's on this side of the church, I'll make sure I'm on this side. If he's over here, I'll make sure I'm over here. Just trying to get different angles. I take pictures of like the reception, like the cake, the table, the flowers, the decor, like the little parting gifts, just like stuff like that.
Right. Okay. That's cool. Do they feed y'all? Okay.
Some people don't put that in their contract, but that's in our contract. Yeah. Like, especially if it's over a certain amount of time, like we have like, I think a 15-minute, 20-minute break for food. Okay. So yeah.
I feel like that's, I remember someone was complaining about that too. I don't remember where or who I was talking to.
You have to include it in your contract. Like, you can't just assume that just because you're there all day that someone's going to feed you.
Right.
Even though you know, like, you would think it, but if it's not in your contract, it's like, why do I have to feed you? That's not what you're here for.
You've only been here for 12 hours.
Right.
Okay, no, that's really good. So we have the Cheymedia. We have the...
You have what?
Oh, no, I'm just going over...
No, say it again.
Cheymedia.
That is so
Who is Shay? I think because when I just see Chey...
Why?
I didn't see Shay instead of Shy.
Why do you see that?
I don't know. You gotta do a study. Okay. So did you dabble into anything else throughout your careers?
What I do specifically, I am a social media coordinator for NFL Flag full-time, and part-time I am a social media coordinator manager for Hoopsing, and that's like a Georgia-based organization that runs like AAU tournaments, like high school showcases and stuff like that. So yeah, sports is my life. And it's so funny, like now that I'm getting to the point where like I'm older, people don't really know me, so everybody assumes that like, oh my gosh, you're such like you're such a girly girl, or like now I get asked all the time like, did you cheer? I wish. I was not allowed to cheer.
You was toting that football.
I was not allowed to cheer. But yeah, I grew up playing sports. I did several sports. Like Soccer, swimming. I could have went to college for swimming. I swam in college for first semester club. A lot of people don't know that. Volleyball. I did 3 sports in high school. I tried jujitsu. I tried gymnastics for like 5 years. I tried some of anything. I played flag in high school and in college.
So was it really because of your love of sports that you decided to go into sports media?
Yeah. Once I decided I wasn't going to continue my career as an athlete post, and I feel like that might be like one of my biggest regrets too, aside from not double majoring at Georgia, is like not going for sports, like to be an athlete. I decided to like flip it because when I was in high school, I was in newspaper, and when I was a junior, I believe, I became like one of the head photographers, and I would go to all the sporting events and take pictures. So I was like, I could do this and like cover the games and stuff like that. I was like, oh yeah. So then I went to school and I was like, I'm gonna do sports journalism.
Okay. So was there any? Okay, so it seems like you kind of knew the area that you wanted to go into.
Yeah.
Based off your interests.
Yeah.
So was there anything that I know you said hair, but I'm trying to think of something
that I
just way off, something that you wanted to be or something that you wanted to do?
I was blessed to always know I wanted to do sports. Like I grew up watching sports, playing sports. I've always been super involved. Like my dad was an athlete, my sister was an athlete. So I just knew like sports was where it was gonna be. Like the only thing so far left that I thought about but didn't really pursue was like tech. Yeah. And that was like based off like my parents will always have issues with like the TV and like other stuff and computers, and I was always on the fix. I'm like, this is probably kind of easy. Lo and behold, it's way past that.
Fixing your TV is not IT.
Yeah,
you didn't learn that before, you learned it now.
Yeah, so just like stuff like that, I was like, I considered tech. Sometimes I still be like, wow, I should do that. Yeah, like I do want to get a certification in coding. That's just because, that's just because. But I don't know. That would probably be the farthest left. The other time I thought about doing another career was like freshman, sophomore year in high school, and I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for young entrepreneurs / those who want to go, those who are interested in sports but do not know if sports should be there? I think that's also like a tough realization, especially like for those like are in high school or even in college. Like they're very interested in sports, but they might have like they realize, dang, I can't be an athlete.
So what now?
So like so what now? Like any experience for young entrepreneurs / those people?
Specifically for sports, I would say if you don't have like that go-getter grind mentality, if you cannot translate that from being on the field to being on the sidelines, it's not the industry for you, because being in sports is definitely the grind. Like, oh my goodness, I've had to take so many jobs and things that I thought were so good, and then I got in it and I was like, I actually hate this. Like I just switched fields but still in the same industry, and I'm happier where I was now before years before. Like I was just doing something completely different. And I will say, when doing media, the like beauty of media, social media marketing is like you can be your own brand. Like if you're a writer, do blogs, post blogs. If you want to do video, I know a lot of people gotten jobs from like just creating their own content. Go do high school content. Like high school videos going viral now. Go do TikToks, talk to coaches, whoever. It don't matter. Just try to get in where you fit in. You want to do photography, find somebody who will let you take pictures of their games. Like and then invest in yourself too. Like in a camera. Sometimes you can't get a camera. Okay, like get a quality phone so you can shoot. Then invest in the editing apps and stuff like that. Like if you can't do the camera, okay, CapCut works. Like that's a easy free app on the phone. Yeah, I think that's the easiest thing too, especially with the way the world is shifting now to becoming more so digital and social rather than like paper and news and on like TV based. You can really be your own brand and have like a full entire resume and portfolio that you did all on your own. Yeah. And in regards to just entrepreneurship, you just have to do it. And I learned that with the Cheysthetics thing because I will say, even though I waited, this, if I would have started any sooner, it would not have turned out how it did now because I had a completely different vision from when I first started to now. So I think it played out the way it was supposed to, but definitely just like stop procrastinating and just do it. Like, you might fail, but that like it happens. It happens.
Do you have any advice for me in Paid and Passion?
Start over.
It's not being edited out.
Oh no! Excuse me. Any advice for you
in Paid and Passion, or I mean, me / Paid and Passion? I look, you want to separate them, but have them together. So,
I don't know. Advice for you is just very broad, but maybe for Paid and Passion, I would promote it more, like little snippets and stuff, because I also like. I think he calls me like a creative director, but I work with somebody else's podcast too. So I help him curate content for his page. And one of the things he does is he'll have like a little rollout before each episode. But like, I think it's important to also post in between to stay relevant and make graphics. And then maybe do like a questionnaire or like, what did you learn? Or top 3 things from like the interview or something like that. Maybe posting pictures like during the interview, like of people in their elements, just stuff like that.
Okay, actually, I like that. Okay. Because that's kind of some of the stuff that I knew I needed to do, but didn't do it. For various reasons.
It happens like that. It's
like I have snippets. I just don't do anything with them.
Like bloopers or things like you might not put in the show, or like teasers.
Okay. So like even what I'm about to do right now, I wanted to do like have a compilation. I wanted to combine all of them together.
Okay,
So yeah, what I'm about to do actually is you were born in 97?
Yes.
Oh, so you should know this. Why were the 1998 bills have more value than 1997?
I hated the bills, so I never.
No, not the bills, not the. Hold on.
Money.
Yes.
I'm like this.
Okay.
Why dollar? I'm like, you asking for?
Oh no, not a football question.
Sports.
Nah. Okay. Why were the 1998 U.S. dollar bills more valued than the 1997 U.S. dollar bills?
Is this like an easy question?
Yeah.
Because all the bills?
Yes. 1998.
They removed something from the bills.
Was that part of your research?
I have never been asked this question before.
No, but it's like, why were the 1998 U.S. bills have more value than the 1997?
Because they were made differently.
Like, these are 1998 U.S. dollars.
I know what you're asking.
And this has more value than 1997.
Because we were in a recession. No, we weren't.
1998 US dollar bills.
You keep repeating
has one more dollar than 1997.
It's worth more.
Yeah, because it's one more dollar. Like right here.
Yeah.
I have 1998 US dollar bills. I'm gonna want 1998 over 7.
Are we talking about an amount of money?
I was.
So it's a trick question.
Thank you guys for watching. Remember, let your passion work for you.